how's everyone doing today? Hi Mamie, you were definitely first. How's it going? How's it going? And Jamie, hello Jamie, how's it going? Thanks again for sending me that article. I'm not sure if we're gonna get to it today because I'm looking at, when I went through all the links, there's so much content for Lust for Life, which is amazing. But it probably wouldn't make sense to read through an article, but I will do it on my own time. So thank you so much for that. Hey Gab, how's it going? How's it going? And Claudia's here as well. Claudia's grabbing a tea. That's good. I have my tea. Yes, we won't start for, we'll chat for a few minutes like we usually do. So if you want to go grab a beverage of some kind, go ahead and do that. Hey Chloe, how's it going? Am I going to react to the live concerts for Lust for Life? I will, but not today. So I put out a post actually on my community tab asking for live performances from Lust for Life, and what I'll probably do is what I normally do, which is I pre-record that one, I'll put it up on Patreon, and then I'll edit it into a YouTube video. You highly recommend me to listen to Nessa Barrett. I've never heard of her. She's extremely talented and she's underground. She's getting more attention right now, but did not fully blow up yet. Her music kind of sounds like Lana. Oh, cool. Cool. It's more edgy and not so atmospheric. She also performed with Lana last year. Ooh, that's so cool. I mean, I can't make any promises when it comes to, the only promises I can make, if you've got stuff that you need me to listen to, Patreon, tier 2 or tier 3 is the best place to be, but I totally understand not everyone, can afford that. I totally get that, but that is definitely the best place if you want to force me, not force me, obviously I'm open and excited, but the tier 2 you get to do a few songs every month, and then the tier 3 you get to force me to listen to a full album or a movie or whatever you want me to react to. So that's definitely the best place for that. But I will keep that in mind. I've got so much on the go. I've got a new Ethel Cain album that just came out, I think on the 8th. I'm already 10 days late for that, and I really want to do it because I love Ethel Cain and her stuff. I know there's a lot of crossover. I don't know if you guys in chat are fans of Ethel Cain, but I know there is a lot of crossover between Lana and Ethel fans, especially on my channel. So that one will be coming out. I think you probably saw in the community knows. That's why I'm doing One Direction, is because one of our tier 3 members on Patreon wants me to go through the whole experience of One Direction and then Harry Styles, which obviously very different than Lana Del Rey, but it's such a fun, something different, so I'm excited about that. Would you ever listen to the demo? Yeah, I think there's a few demos, right, that people have been suggesting, and I think I'll just do it the same way. I will put that as bonus content. I want to make sure that I get through these albums before her next album comes out, so that's priority right now. Also, by the way, let me know how it's going. My stream keeps going between excellent quality, and then I'm also seeing errors come up, so I'm hoping my stream is better than the last time I tried to do this. I did watch a bunch of YouTube videos to see if I could figure out the correct settings for my internet connection and all that, but I'm not sure how we'll do, and we'll just have to keep, working on it every time I do a live. It's a whole different vibe and shows her mindset early on in the process. Yeah, I definitely want to listen to it, but I think we'll just do it as bonus content after the albums are done, if that makes sense. I don't want to do too much bonus stuff now because we'll just spend so much time on each era and we won't get to move on. Hey Bella, how's it going? How are you doing? How am I doing? I don't know. I had a few really good days last week where I felt really good, and then just the last 4 days I have gotten sick again, or it's like come back with a vengeance. So I thought I was like at 80%. When I filmed the Lana, the Less for Life music videos, and I filmed all the One Direction stuff, and I was feeling really good and super motivated, and like even wanting to get other videos out, and then just the last 3 days like just hit me like a ton of bricks, and I'm back to being sick again. So that's pretty annoying, to be honest. You're all for the 1D experience. They had so much fun with live performances. Would absolutely love for you to watch some once you were more free with your schedule. Yeah, I'm hoping. I know that Celeste is the Patreon member who's having me do this. I know Celeste, I think the next month, so this, the February one, she wants me to watch a documentary about, she said it talks about all the X Factor stuff. So I don't know, I'm hoping that some live performances are in that one. I don't know. She's got a whole grand plan and it sounds amazing, and I'm happy that I don't have to organize it. I just have to do the reaction. Hello everybody coming in. Don't forget to add get free live. Okay, can you do me a favor? Do me a favor, Francisco, by the way. Hello, welcome on in. I just posted on YouTube in my community tab, I just posted suggestions. That is the best place to do it because that's where I'll be able to see it and organize it, because I know I've seen a bunch of recommendations, but they're all coming in from different videos and different places, and it confuses me, and I'm scared I'm gonna miss them. So if you want for sure your suggestion to be done by me, do it in that post, because then I can just go down, kind of like how we're doing today. I've got the post open from when I asked for these interview suggestions, and I've just gone down the list, and we've got everything lined up, ready to go. You've also been sick. No. Oh yeah, I forgot. You had said you were going on vacation. How did that go, Bella? Why are you doing the interviews before the performances and music videos? Because this is the time I had. So for live streams, I choose times that make sense for me and make sense for maybe a wider audience. So I could not edit the music videos for today. I just, like I said, I was very sick, so I just told myself, well, I'll give myself an extra day. I'll do live on Saturday instead, and then I'll do then I'll try to edit the video for tomorrow so we can do a premiere tomorrow at the regular time for the music video. So it's, there's no rhyme or reason other than I'm taking care of myself physically and mentally, me, when I make these decisions. That's why I'm making those decisions. And you guys, I guess, are along for the ride. Complex Magazine interview video. Yes, that one I'm pretty sure is on here. It looked like a really good one. I think you would like Louis Tomlinson's solo stuff after One Direction. He's a great songwriter. Is Louis the one? Louis not the one that passed, is he? I forget. I'm sorry. I get them all confused. Harry was the only one that I knew before I watched. Let me know. No, Liam. Louis. Louis is the one, well, in the first record that I listened to, I don't think he was singing all that much, was he? There was two. Niall and Louis, I think, that did not sing very much on that first record. That's interesting. We'll put it there. Thank you so much. Vacation was super fun. Spent some time in the snowy mountains. That sounds amazing, but it was also very socially exhausting. Yeah. Oh, airports are the worst. I don't even go grocery shopping anymore, Bella. I'm gonna be honest. I have the means to have my groceries delivered. I'm very grateful for that. And so I pay a little bit of a delivery fee, and I literally have my groceries delivered because it's just too much of a stress for me to go to the grocery store. So I hear that. Airports are even worse. So I hear that. That's how I accommodate myself. I don't accommodate myself with much when it comes to my autism, but that is the one thing that I do because it's just too stressful for me. The sensory experience is, I've done it all my life, masked all my life. I'm at the point now that I'm almost 40 years old and I'm like, I don't want to do it. If I can accommodate that, I'm going to just accommodate that for myself. And I'm not going to feel bad about it. How's Lust for Life evolved for you since you first heard it? Ooh, that's such a good question. Definitely some songs have grown on me a lot more. White Mustang has grown on me a lot more. I would say that was almost my least favorite song when I first listened to the album. Not that I didn't like it, I did like it. I think you can watch it and you can see I still very much enjoyed it, but when I think back, it was probably my least favorite, and I was confused because I knew that it had a music video, so I was expecting a lot from that one. And that one was my least favorite, I think. Overall themes, I don't know. I have to sit down, because right now for the last, I've been really sick, so there's also been a lot of days where I haven't listened to anything because all I've been doing is sitting watching a bunch of, I've been really into witch and vampire TV. So I've been like hyper fixating on these witchy shows and these vampire shows. So I haven't even listened to the album all that much. I do listen to it when I'm in the car and anytime I cook, but I haven't been cooking for myself either. Just because I've been feeling like crap. I haven't wanted to like get up in the living room and dance like I normally do. So I'm gonna, hopefully I start feeling better, and I'm gonna have to be a little bit more cohesive, or cohesive? Why did I say that word? Intentional is what I was trying to say. I need to be a little more intentional about listening to it because I love it. But it's been in the background a lot. It hasn't been in like when I'm like sitting down and like focusing on it, if that makes sense. I always make sure I do a last like listen through with note taking and like being super intentional before I do the tier ranking, which will be next weekend. So definitely have to do it this week. But that's about it. Liam that passed. Louis was the oldest one. Yeah, he wasn't singing much. I'm gonna be honest, Claudia, just the little bits that I heard him sing, but maybe it's different, but the little parts I heard him sing, his voice sounded a little bit nasally to me, but maybe it changes, because I know I can hear that Harry's voice has changed a ton. So definitely open, and you said he's a really good songwriter. I'm excited about that. But I think his voice actually was my least favorite. I don't think I said it in the video. I was scared because I don't want 1D fans to come after me. I'm scared. I'm so scared of them. But if I'm giving you my honest truth, I think he was the one that I liked his voice, his actual voice, the sound of his voice. Not that I'm saying it's bad, but you know how you just have a preference for the tone of certain people's voices? His was my least favorite. So maybe that would change, and maybe I would love the songwriting, but I will tell you that. What's your opinion that a lot of Lana fans say they don't like Lust for Life because it's not cohesive? I think that Red from Taylor Swift is one of my favorite albums, and no, sorry. I forget that a lot of you guys are not huge, massive Taylor fans. I know it always comes down to Taylor. Don't yell at me. My point to that is that I don't care. The themes are cohesive. The themes, like the thread that goes through those songs from song to song and the lineup of it, it tells a perfect story. So what else do you want? Personally. So that's what I would tell to those fans. I don't care. I don't care. It's great. The themes are cohesive, and that's all I really care about. And I like when things change up. Like I said, Red is one of my favorite albums of Taylor Swift, and that is the least cohesive sonically record that she's also done. So that just tells you my opinion on that. That is my opinion on that. Sorry to bring it back to Taylor Swift. I can't help it. You're very lucky to have found a boyfriend who is willing to do grocery. Oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. That's what I need. That's what I need in my list. Like, I'm obviously not really, I'm not with anybody now, and I'm not really looking. But if I was, that would be on my list. Or, I don't mind going to the grocery store with someone, but, like, they take the lead, and I just, like, follow and, just stay safe and, I don't know, not have to, like, think and not have to, like, talk to people, not have to, like, I need someone to take the lead for me on that, so I can just be, like, a little sheep following behind them in those social situations, please. That's what I want. That is, yeah, that sounds beautiful, Bella. I'm so glad that you have someone that can help you. You loved Witchy shows since you were a kid. Charmed was your favorite childhood show. I did watch all of Charmed. Oh, hi, Loretta, by the way. I think you've been here for a while, but I'm so, I'm getting backed up again. Hello. Welcome on in. It's so nice to see you. I did watch Charmed. I do have to say I like Buffy 1,000 times more than Charmed. Sorry, but I did like Charmed. I did watch Charmed. Buffy, I like better than Charmed, but I do like Charmed. But yeah, I've been watching, oh my god, what have I been watching? I watched the Anne Rice stuff that came out more recently over the last few years on Prime. What's it called? Mayfair Witches or something? Mayfair Witches, An Interview with a Vampire. There's 2 seasons of that. And then there's a new one that I've been watching. I can't remember what it's called. Sanctuary or something? A witch's story? I don't know. It's a British one. I don't know. They're all fun. They're all fun and witchy. You're late as usual, and you're not late at all. I haven't even started anything. You're, like, literally perfectly on time. It's so hard for you to manage. Me too. I thought I could take a shower and wash my hair in 3 minutes, but no. No, you're good. You're good. We haven't even started, so you're perfectly on time. You're all good. You have to react to the Beautiful People, Beautiful Problems demo. Yes, that's another one. That's another one that people have been saying. So that'll be bonus content as well. I will. I promise. I will. Fans love Louis a lot, so they will always go all for him. Okay, thank you for the heads up, Claudia. I'm so scared of them. He has the least powerful voice and had to work on it. It definitely got better with years, but yeah, not the strongest. Gotcha. Oh, I'm all here for watching growth. Obviously, yeah, one of my faves didn't start out as a great singer either. I won't say the name because I feel like you guys get, not all of you, but some of you get angry with me when I talk about it. So she who must not be named didn't start out as a great singer. So, and I was happy to see her growth. So I'm definitely down for that. You personally don't care that it's not cohesive because it reflects where Lana was, yeah, totally, confused, and in the world that was going through. I totally agree with that. Isn't one of her most cohesive albums production-wise, but yes, totally. That's exactly what I feel, Mimi. Buffy and Charmed, the nostalgia is real, totally. You didn't watch Buffy until later, so it wasn't. I get that. I totally get that. For me, it definitely does have that nostalgia. I love it as a show in general, but there is that nostalgia that really draws it to me, draws it in for me. I watched it. I remember being like, I think I was a 12-year-old girl when I watched it on TV. When it was on TV, I watched it. That tells you how old I am, but back in the day, I watched Charmed in my mother tongue, and they translated to All Women Are Witches. That's perfect. That's actually great. That's amazing. We all know here, don't worry. Thank you, Claudia. Oh my god. I have such a hard time because it feels like everything goes back to her, and I know how annoying that must be because, like, it feels like the world is also just always going back to her, and I do empathize with that because it is annoying. I get it. But, you know, we have so many little joys in life, and that's one of them for me. And now Lana, I'm happy that Lana has now become that for me as well. All right, let's get going. Because we've got, like, let me go back to let's go to my main scene here so you guys can see. So yeah, so this is what I mean by the community tab. So I got 14 comments. There's amazing stuff in here. And then I just have a full lineup here. And I do have the Vogue thing here. Like, the Vogue thing is right here. But I just have a feeling, like, especially that last playlist here, like, there's little, you know, 3 minutes here, 2 minutes here, and they all look amazing, and I want to watch all of them. I don't know if we'll get to all of them, but we'll start with some of the, like, longer, cooler ones here, and we'll see how that goes. Another artist you should start their discography is Kelly Uchis. She's opened for one of Lana's tours before and is friends with her. She's super talented. I have heard the name. I have not heard a song from this person. Yeah. Oh my god, there's so much. There's so much to do. I want to do, like, I want to do more Ethel Cain. I want to do more Billie Eilish. I want to do Lorde. I want to do, what else is in my brain? There's so much. There's literally so much. I want to go more on the down the Aurora route, because I feel like I know I'm going to love it, and I haven't given enough attention to Aurora. Like, there's just so many. I think a lot of the clips in the playlist are taken from these longer interviews. Oh, okay, so a lot of them maybe we'll start watching and then be like, oh, we already did this one. If you're a big fan of someone, it's just what our mind always compares stuff to do. It's normal. It's only annoying when people compare others oh yeah, no, I don't like to do that, because I just feel like everybody is so unique and different as artists as well. And I guess for me, and you know what? I feel like I'm not for everybody when it comes to a reactor. I think some people like reactors that are gonna give these, like, hot takes and stuff like that. And that's totally fine as long as it's coming from, like, an authentic place. But for me, coming from an authentic place, I'm the kind of person that, like, tries to find the positive in almost anything that I'm listening to. And I know that that can also be annoying for some people, because they're like, why does she like everything? But it's not that I like everything. I definitely like things better than other things. But I have a really good way, especially with music, because I love music so much. I love to find the beauty in everything. I mean, I'm not going to say I like everything, because I don't. There's definitely music that if you brought it to me, I'd probably be like, I'm not gonna like that, just because I do have a pretty good idea of what I would like now. There's music that I really don't like, but we haven't come across it. No one has suggested it to me. So, yeah, that's what I'll say about that. But yeah, for the most part, I don't know. I like to see, and I feel like different music is for different things. Like, I don't like to compare, say, like, a Lana Del Rey to a Taylor Swift, because I think their music does two completely different things. I don't think it's even comparable. At least for me, like, their music takes up two completely different places in my brain, and I want them both. But I don't think one, you know, I don't like to... Aurora is such a wise soul. I'm very impressed with... I actually went down a rabbit hole about a week ago watching Aurora YouTube, because obviously YouTube just kind of feeds you things that you're searching up. So it just kept feeding me all these Aurora interviews, and so I sat there for like 3 hours and watched a bunch of Aurora interviews, because she's just a fascinating human being, a fascinating soul. She is. We are going to talk about how we're living the same situations. Are we going to talk about how we're living the same situation in the world, and specifically, yes. Well, and I think that's kind of what I was saying when I did the reaction. I was floored by that. How something that was made in 2017 is just so freaking relevant now in 2025. It floored me for sure. Okay. All right. Let's get to it. So, let me turn off the little lo-fi mix that I have going on here. Okay. Because, oh, and I gotta actually turn up the volume here. There we go. So I guess we'll start with this one. This is the longer one, so I figure, well, let's start with the longer one. And because I really want to, and that complex one, we do have the complex one here somewhere. We have that one, this Cafe World one, and then we have her Instagram Live, which is super fun to just see her, you know, just being herself. I'm excited about that. And then we've got, I didn't know if this one on Working with Stevie Nicks is the same as this one. It might be, right? It looks like the same. So maybe we'll just get that within this thing. You guys can let me know. But I have it in case it's not. And then we've got the complex one. I'm really interested in what she wants to say about this stuff, the politics, the cultural appropriation or whatever. And then we've got the MTV music video. Oh, and this, yeah, I guess she's talking about her tour with this Kali Uchis. I'm probably ruining. I do like Janae Aiko. I've heard some of her stuff. I do like that artist. Very fun to watch. I don't know her that well, but whenever I see her, she always, yeah, totally. Because she just has so much, she has so much passion and joy for music. I didn't see anything you wrote, Mimi. Literally. Look. I'm not sure why you're hidden. Maybe I need to look like I'm showing you, right? This is the post. I don't see anything from Mimi. I don't know why. I certainly haven't blocked you. I can tell you that. So I don't know what's going on with your YouTube and why it's not showing up in the comments. I can tell you I haven't blocked you. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's not showing me any of your comments if you're commenting on that. I don't know. It's very confusing. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. In the live chat? Oh, well, this is where I take suggestions, because in the live chat, I'm not gonna, in the live chat, I'm actually just, I'm live, I'm chatting, right? So I'm not like necessarily writing things down to do it. If I did that, then, you know, my live streams would be even longer. So no, I haven't written down anything that anybody said in a live chat. That's definitely probably the worst place to make suggestions. I try my best, obviously. I try to remember, but I'm not ADHD brain. I just, that's why I do this, right? Is that that's the only way I'm going to remember to do it. So sorry about that, but unfortunately that's not the way I can remember to do these things. Okay, so let's get started with this one. I'm excited. I want to make sure my water bottle's out of the way. I'm going to turn it up for myself here. There we go. And, hey Gab, are you going to react to the live concerts? I am, but not today. I am. I definitely am. If you go in my YouTube community tab, I'm taking suggestions for live concerts for Less for Life, this era. And I'm going to react to it probably Monday or Tuesday. I'm going to record the video, and then next week will be when I post that video on YouTube. You read comments and talked about it, but not one of mine. Oh, okay. Well, I try my best, Mimi. I can't promise to read every single comment. You know, I am a human. I'm not a robot. So I think most people on here can tell that I try my absolute best to talk to everybody and to make sure I'm reacting to most of the comments that I can, but I'm not a robot. I am a human being. So if I miss one, I apologize, but also not really, because I am trying my best. And I would appreciate you guys to kind of give me a little bit of slack that way. You know, I don't think it's super nice to kind of just point out every time I'm missing. I'm not missing it on purpose. I can guarantee you that. Yeah, I think most people can see my intention and my heart, that I'm trying my very best to talk to everybody. All right, let's move on.
Hey, you're listening to The World Cafe. I'm Talia Schlanger. Today, Lana Del Rey. Lust for Life is the title track off Lana's latest album. It features the artist The Weeknd. Lana also collaborated with Stevie Nicks, who proposed they move into one of Hollywood's most famous spots.
She always joked about how when I got older, I would live in the H and she would live in the W of the Hollywood side. I was like, really? So let's do it.
We also talked about how Lana looks back on older lyrics, including the line, "He hit me and it felt like a kiss," from 2014's Ultraviolence.
Don't be
I think
sorry.
I was just so used to...
You're good. You're good, Mimi. Water under the bridge. You don't need to be sorry. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's just, I guess it just makes me feel like, I don't know. I would like to be given the benefit of a doubt, because I think that I do. I think it's obvious that I try very hard to kind of listen to everybody and to try to react as much as I possibly can. And even on like YouTube, I try to do as many comments as I can, but you just have to remember that I am a human being. I'm a person, I'm not a robot, and I can't be treated like I'm a robot. You know, it's not nice, because I am a human being. So, but don't even worry about it. I forgot about it already. It's water over the bridge, I promise. All right, let's keep going.
Chronicling everything diary style. I mean, that's why I've been polarizing, because people don't want to look at the broader picture sometimes. And now I'm like, what the hell am I doing? It's not like I have to tell every particular detail.
Lana Del Rey. She's got a special place in my own memory. A few years ago, I took my sister to see.
And this is the first time you're watching one of my lives. Yay! I'm excited that you're here. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. You got all your Lana friends to watch your videos? Oh my god. Something about that makes me so nervous. Like, I realized that I am putting myself out there on YouTube, and that, like, that, yeah, I get that, but something about someone being like, oh, like, everybody is watching them, it, like, I don't know, it makes me kind of shy, which is, again, so stupid, because obviously I'm putting myself out there, and I do want to attract, you know, Lana viewers, but I don't know why that made me feel so embarrassed and shy, but thank you so much, that means the world to me. I'm so excited that you're here. It is. I agree. I just love hearing her, and I got distracted there, but I'm excited to hear the Ultraviolence thing that they were talking about. I'm really excited about that.
Her endless summer tour. I get the sense that a lot of people take their sisters to see Lana's concerts. And recently, when I texted my sister to say I was going to be interviewing Lana for World Cafe, she wrote back and said, "Wait, what? I thought she was a hologram." I think a lot of people think Lana is a hologram. Maybe it's because...
See, I'm the opposite. I get, I don't know, because she's so great, maybe, and it's like Lana Del Rey, you know, so I can understand why someone would say, like, no way, she's just a hologram, but, like, to me, she's also just so real. She's such a real person. Like, I feel like you could sit down and have an intelligent conversation with her. That's the vibe I get, too. So it's like, I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Pretty sure most of them are subscribed as well. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. But yeah, for some reason, the shy part of myself came out there. I don't know why. I don't really have any Lana friends in real life, and I'm not that deep into the fandom, but yeah, I get that it can be scary, but you're doing, thank you. Yeah, like I said, I totally do want to, like, get bigger and grow the channel and stuff like that, so it's such a weird reaction that it, for some reason, made me embarrassed. But it's actually very exciting. Yeah, anyway, I don't know, we'll keep going. Yeah.
As there's an ethereal quality to the way Lana performs and a sort of vintage glam about her look that makes it feel like she might be more of a beautiful apparition than a real person. But she is a very real person. Our chat in a moment. But first, let's listen to a little bit of the song Love from Lana's latest record, Lust for Life.
So good. I can't wait to share the music video reaction with you guys. Fingers crossed that I feel good to edit it tomorrow. I really want to put it out for you guys tomorrow. So good. The music video elevated it for me as well.
That's Love by Lana Del Rey off her latest album called Lust for Life. Lana, welcome back to the World Cafe.
Thank you so much.
We're really happy to have you here.
Happy to be here.
Yeah. So when you announced the new record, you released this video trailer that is beautiful and very clever. And I want to play a little piece of it for people to hear.
Okay.
But first, can you describe what we saw in this video, where you are?
Okay. I had been thinking about this idea of broadcasting from the middle of the H in the Hollywood sign in California. So I asked my director, Clark, to help me set up this whole space to look like the H. And yeah, in it, I was sort of looking out at all of the mayhem in the city below and beyond. But I also wanted it to have sort of like a B-movie twist on it with the narrative.
It is like a B-movie.
Musical background, so.
Yeah.
That's so cool, listening to her talk about this. Okay, I've missed a little bit. They're not your friends in real life. Okay. For the Lana concert I'm going to this year, and I just had to tell them, you're in a, I was like, I didn't know what GC was, and now I just understood the context. Group chat. Okay, this millennial is understanding now what GC is. Sorry, I am a little bit, I don't know all the lingo. Sorry. I got it though, I think. Group chat with the Lana concerts you're going to this year. Yay! That's so freaking exciting. There's so many people I want to see live, and definitely Lana is up on the list. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have this plan to go to Europe this summer. I have no means right now, but I'm like manifesting it. So, you know, something is going to happen in the next few months where I will be able to go to Europe. I've been wanting to go to Europe for so long, and one of my really good friends lives in Switzerland, and I want to go. She's getting married, and I want to go be there. I want to go be there at her wedding, and I need to. So, wouldn't that be cool if I went, I got to go, and then I also made a stop and went to go see Lana Del Rey on this Europe vacation that I'm manifesting currently. Wouldn't that be freaking amazing? It's gonna happen. We're manifesting it. We're putting it out in the world. I need to go. I need to go. You're seeing her in Cardiff, I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. On the 23rd of June. That is so freaking exciting. One of her concerts I only could do in 2008 in Barcelona. Oh, so you have gone, Lorena. That's pretty cool. They're so expensive now. That's the other thing, right? That's part of the manifestation for me. We need the means. We need the means to go. It would be so exciting though. At $150 each. Oh my god. Yeah, we gotta do it. That's so exciting though for you, Ams, and I hope you have an amazing time, and hopefully I can join you on one of those freaking things in Europe. You've never been to one. She rarely has concerts here in Poland. She has been at the festival here a few years ago, but it was too expensive. I get that. Yeah. And that was kind of like me with like watching people go to the Eras tour. And Eras tour here in Canada was like, it was, I couldn't. I gotta pay rent. I gotta put food in my mouth, you know? There are things I gotta do before I go to the Eras tour, but it made me so sad seeing so many people having such a great time at Eras tour, and it's such a like once in a lifetime thing to do that, and I missed it. But you know what? Whatever. I wish Lana would do like a movie like that where we could like watch a whole concert of Lana. That would make me happy. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you. You're coming. I'm so welcome to invite you to. Ooh, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try. I'm manifesting it. I don't know how it's gonna happen yet. I really don't know how it's gonna happen yet. But I'm trusting. I'm trusting and surrendering. I'm trying. Totally. Totally ams. I can see her, but like, yeah, sometimes you can't do anything about it. It's just, yeah, it's just what the venue kind of dictates, unfortunately. Not to be dramatic. I don't think that's too dramatic. It's Lana we're talking about. You saw her last year, Mimi? That's awesome. She came to the crowd. Oh, and you took a picture with her. That's so cool. That's actually amazing. Yeah, you are so lucky. In the stadium tour, I could cry. I'm hoping she does more stadium tours in the future. I do too. I want her to come to Canada. That would be even easier for me. But I don't know if has she ever been to Canada? I don't know. I have no idea. Or if she just came to like a upstate New York kind of, I could go to that probably. And just, if I'm not too scared to go to the US, I don't know. That's up for debate at this point, but we'll see. Eras tour here was near me, and even as a not hardcore Swiftie, I was also sad to not be there. Yeah, because it was just like an event, right? It was such an event for the year 2003, 2004. It was kind of the event of those years. I actually have seen Taylor live. I saw Taylor in the in her Speak Now tour, so a long time ago. That would have been like 2011, I think I went to that. That was a long time ago. That's the only time I've seen Taylor. I haven't seen her since, but that was an amazing experience. That would be so cool, Bella. I want this to happen because I have a lot of people that I would be down for, you know, going out, meeting for coffee or something like that. If I'm in the area, I would certainly be down for that. She's been to your side of Canada, but far from my side? Okay. So like Toronto area, I'm assuming. That would be so cool. That would be amazing. All right, I'm going to keep it going because we're only 3 minutes in. This is a 35-minute interview. What a gift, though. I love these long interviews. She's doing her first ever stadium tour this year and has she never done a stadium tour before? That's wild to me. But you would need to transfer in the US and I'm super scared to go. Yeah, totally. Totally, me too. Say as well, but I'm 17, so like, I don't know. I'm mean, I would say as well. You're mean? I missed something, but that's okay. That's okay. I missed it, but that's okay. That's just me being silly. I'm sure. Okay. Let's keep going.
Yeah, let's hear a piece of what you said in it. This is a piece of the clip.
When I'm in the middle of making a record, especially now when the world is in the middle of such a tumultuous period, I find I really need to take the space for myself, far away from real life, to consider what my contribution to the world should be in these dark times. So each morning, I have the luxury of asking myself, what shall I cook up for the kids today? Something with a little spice?
That's a clip of the trailer that Lana Del Rey released before releasing her latest album called Lust for Life. So you sing about the H in the Hollywood sign on the title track of Lust for Life.
Yes.
With The Weeknd.
Yes.
Great collaboration.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I did not think I was going to get him up there to
Really?
dance with me on the H.
How did you convince him?
He was actually a good sport. He was like, if you're doing it, I'll be there.
Did you guys actually go?
Oh, that's so cool.
We made our own H.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really big. But I don't know. I just thought he was going to be too cool to do it, but he was awesome. And then the only thing he didn't want to do was slide down the the sign. So I was like, no problem. I'll just meet you down there in the flowers.
Meet you at the bottom.
Yeah.
Of the weekend.
That's amazing.
Oh, nice. What did?
But I mean, I don't want to, no spoilers, I guess, for my video that's hopefully coming out tomorrow with the music videos. But I actually commented on that, how she slid down and then, you know, they met each other there in the flowers, and I actually liked it. And I won't spoil why I liked that, but I don't know, I came up with which, like, it's hilarious hearing her actual explanation here, because, of course, the way my brain works is I try to connect things, and so I did come up with a narrative why she was the one that went down, and then he just met her there. I actually did come up with a narrative, which is hilarious, because it's clearly just my brain, like, making up shit, but, I don't know, it's kind of cool to hear the actual thing. You love Speak Now. Haunted is probably my favorite Taylor song. Haunted is such a cool song. Oh my god. I can hear it now. Do, 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 do. Oh my god, it's so dramatic. I love it. I love it too. Speak Now and Red are probably my favorite records of Taylor's, I think. I don't know. I go through little stages, but yeah, I definitely have a special place in my heart for Speak Now. So, I get it. You went from Germany to England just to see her. Ooh. I mean, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Oh! Oh, it's just a typo. No worries. I figured it was something silly like that I just wasn't understanding. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Well, we'll see anyway. Like I said, at this point, it's just in my head. It's living in my head daily, and we're going to try to make it happen. So we'll see. We'll see how amazing my manifestation skills are. Okay, let's keep it going.
What did you have in mind when you were writing the song?
Well, Lust for Life was actually the first track I wrote for the record, and I wrote it the day after I finished my record before that. But
Ooh, that's interesting.
what I ended up wanting for it was a little bit of a girl group feel, like a little bit of a Shangri-La feel.
Yes, and it
with
has
that spoken word for the verse. But so, yeah, with Love and Lust for Life,
I just want to say, I do really like that, the Shangri-La thing that she's talking about, like the do up, and all that stuff. And she peppers that in a few songs, I think, or at least one other. I can't think of what it is. I'm sure you guys know. But I like that because that's also kind of a reference to kind of 60s music, but more like 60s pop stuff. But she's also got more of the like different styles, right? Different styles were popular in the 60s. Like I think for me, a lot of times I think of the things like Neil Young and Joni Mitchell, which are more like, or Mamas and Papas, which are more like on the like hippie trippy side of things. But then there's also that kind of do up like girl group thing, like she's talking about. So she's kind of referencing different parts of that kind of era, which I think is so cool. Sometimes I really wish I was more into some of Taylor's music, but I don't know, I'm kind of put off because there's just so much of it. I get that. I totally get that. Like, for me, because I started as a Taylor fan in pretty early on in 2009, it's just become, I don't know, it's just been a part of my life now, a part of my adult life. And so, but I understand it would be so hard to go back. It would be, like, for someone, there are people on YouTube that are doing similar things that I'm doing with Lana. They're doing for Taylor, and I can't imagine just going back and having that many records and that much content to go through. Like, it's wild. Get free. It is Get Free. Thank you, Mimi. Yeah, it absolutely is Get Free. That is what I was thinking of. Which is so cool now that I think about it, because that's at the end, and obviously this one is near the beginning. Hey, Tobias! How's it going? How am I? I'm happy. I'm happy to be here now. I'm happy to be here with you guys. I've got a tea. I've got my blanket. I'm actually pretty sick, to be honest. I know it doesn't really sound like it. It hasn't really hit my throat. But yeah. I'm actually not doing amazing. I've got lots of Tylenol and I don't know if acetaminophen. I don't know if everyone calls it that in different countries, but yeah, drugs, but like good. You know what I mean? Not illegal. I don't know how to say that. What's my opinion on Fleetwood Mac? They're amazing. Best ever. I have a record of Rumors. I probably need to... I don't know a ton of Fleetwood Mac other than Rumors. Like, I really got into Rumors and I love that record. I haven't explored much more. I think it's been more like, you know, when you go in like Apple Music and they have like the featured songs, or like they make those playlists of like the most popular. Like, I've done that. Like, I probably know the more popular stuff, but I probably need to do a more deep dive, because I love Stevie Nicks. I think if you watch my reaction to Lust for Life, you'll see how much I love Stevie Nicks and how much she means to me, but I probably even need to go more into it, to be quite honest. You're a casual fan since 2019. Yeah, well, it's a lot. It's a lot of content, and especially now, like, if she's gonna do similar things like she did with Torture Poets Department, where she's like, I'm just gonna write 31 songs, and just like, well, actually, she probably wrote like 100 songs, but whittled it down to 31, because that's what they do, right? But she's like, I'm just gonna do a double album, and it's gonna be, 4 hours of content. Have fun with that, guys. Like, she doesn't really edit herself as much, I think. So there's a shit ton of content. It's wild. You've heard her main tracks. See, that's the thing. Her main tracks, in my opinion, are probably some of her worst. Like, with Taylor, she's an album girl, in my opinion. She's an album artist. And some of her best songs are the hidden ones, are the ones that aren't the singles. They're the ones that the casual fan, like Shake It Off is, I mean, it is what it is. It shot her to fame, so I'm grateful for it, I guess, and I'm sure she's grateful for it. It's fun. Oh my god, it's so fun. But is it, I don't know, it's not what I think of when I think of Taylor Swift, especially that record, 1989, right? I don't know. I would suggest, yeah, I don't know. Someone would have to guide you, I think. Based on your musical taste, you could probably find some stuff that you would love, but yeah, there's a lot to go through, for sure. You try and listen to everything, seems more like a chore in a way. Yeah, totally. I get that. Because Lana is featured on Snow on the Beach, totally. I wanted to go through, but I don't like country. That's why I'm not sure about it. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't like country either, but for some reason I love Taylor Swift's country. I don't know. Like, when I became a fan of Taylor, I did not like country, But I did go back and listen to her debut. I did go back and listen to Fearless and loved it. And then, of course, Speak Now has it's kind of country too, but it's also got more of a rock vibe as well to it. I get it. Yeah, it's not for everybody. I don't know, it's hard. Hey, Helena, how's it going? You haven't been on my lives for a while? No worries. I'm glad you're here. You listen to Rumors because of Glee? Oh, that's awesome. Stevie Nicks will forever be the greatest out there, in my opinion. That's a great opinion. I agree with that opinion. She's my moon goddess. I think you'll like Leonard Cohen. I only know one song. The one song. What is the Leonard Cohen song that everybody knows? Hallelujah, right? That's the popular one. That's the only one I know of Leonard Cohen. And it's a great song. But that's all I know, unfortunately. But you're probably right. I probably would like it. Grogger, I'm sorry if I'm ruining your name. How's it going? You love my llama content. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I just haven't heard the first 2 albums. I did listen to all of TTPD, but it was hard to get through. It is. And TTPD is like the kind of record that, first of all, it's kind of, in my opinion, made for the fans. Like, someone like me loves it. I love it. But I also get why a casual listener wouldn't like it. It's very, you gotta know the lore, kind of. The deep lore. To really, really enjoy it. And, because she similar to how Lana, like, puts different references, she also puts in a lot of references that are really, really fun to discover and brilliant. She has some brilliant poetic lyrics. But yeah, it's a lot. It totally is. So I totally get it if it's not your thing. Has a problem with picking singles? Oh my god, yeah. I mean, is it a problem? I don't know if it's a problem. I think Taylor is in some ways like a marketing genius. So I think she picks the singles that she knows will play on radio and that radio will love. But I think, for the fans that know really what she can do, the casual listener doesn't ever get to hear them because she doesn't put out, in my opinion, her best stuff. She just puts out what's going to be commercially popular. So, I mean, great. She's getting her bag, right? That's amazing. Good for her. But is she putting her best stuff out for singles? I don't know about that. I don't know. But, I don't know. It's shot her up to fame. And then, for the people who do go into the albums and can enjoy those deep cuts, sometimes it feels like they're just for us anyway. The casual listener doesn't get them, and that's okay. In that way, it kind of makes me feel special. Like, I know all the deep cuts, But yeah, like me, oh my god, me being the lead single for the Lover album, come on. Kids Bop? Why are we doing Kids Bop? That was a tough time to be a Swiftie. But the album is great. That album is so good. Like, Cruel Summer, why the hell was that not the lead single? Are you kidding me? Anyways, sorry. Let's go back to Lana. You guys should never... I mean, I guess I brought up Taylor. Sorry. We should never bring up Taylor, because I go too much into these. Like, I could talk about Taylor for multiple hours, and it wouldn't be a problem for me. So, let's go back to Lana. No, that's the thing. She's Taylor, so she doesn't need to do all these things anymore. She just knows and they were the most popular albums. They sold the most. They streamed the most. Like, she didn't need to do anything. But I wish she would do, like, kind of fun release things, because it was fun to do that. Antihero, was it? It probably was, or it was very close to, I can't remember. But yeah, she doesn't do these big rollouts anymore because she doesn't need to. She could drop an album tomorrow and be like, oh, I wrote this album called Brown Paper Bag, and, you know, people would listen to it, even if it's crap, you know? So, I don't know. Anyways, Lana, let's go back. My Lana, I want to listen to you, Lana.
Started to change the aesthetic of the record into something that was a little bit, I would say just a little bit brighter. Not more pop necessarily, but a little bit like rosier in its hue.
It is a bit rosier.
Yeah.
You can feel it. I also
you
like
the
Girl Group reference, and I was thinking about when I was thinking about the record as a whole, I was sort of thinking about the Shirelles' version of "Will You Love Me Tomorrow?"
Really?
Yeah, because it's sort of it makes sense as a reference because it's
hello, how's it going?
people
Camino?
working out thoughts that are confusing, but in this really mature way.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and you can read, like, that's what was happening at that time. Like, ideas were being expressed in music that people couldn't talk about necessarily with their classmates or their parents, but would hear on the radio and identify with. And I think that's something that you touch on with your fan base so much.
That's a really good point. That is so true about, like, the dawn of rock and why it was so appealing.
Yeah. Let's listen to a little bit of Lust for Life, then, the title track.
I love that idea. And I do think Lana brings out, I think, even from Born to Die, like, some of the themes that she was addressing even back then. You know, one of her earlier albums was that, I think that's what really impressed me listening to Born to Die, is that she wasn't afraid to talk about certain topics that some artists would be afraid to, or just wouldn't go there because, you know, it's maybe not as commercially appealing. But I love that Lana just says, well, fuck it, this is what I want to do, and she does it. That's what I love about her. My sister said being a Lana fan helps me to go more easily deep into other artists. Interesting. I can see that. You have to go now, but I really enjoyed talking to you. Hopefully I'll be able to join more lives in the future. Yeah, no worries. You have a wonderful day. Obviously this will be up on YouTube, so you can keep watching if you want later on, or if not, I'll see you in the next live. That's awesome. See you later. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys, because I think, Chloe, you would have asked if you're still here. Chloe, I don't know if you are, but if you are, actually, I'm curious, actually, because I am getting an error now. Shoot. Hopefully my stream is okay. It was going well for a while. It always seems to go well for a while, and then it craps out. So hopefully one day I'll figure out the right settings I need to have so that I don't drop so many frames. I am trying. I promise I am trying. Yeah, it looks like, I don't even know if you guys are still here with me. Can you let me know? Are you still here with me? I don't know. Right now it says 0 viewers, so I don't know if it kicked you guys all out. I'm sorry if it did. That really sucks. Ugh. These lives frustrate me. I'm sorry, guys. Hopefully one day I'll get it. I'll figure it out. We'll see. I don't know. Let's keep going, I guess.
That's some Lust for Life, the title track off Lana Del Rey's latest record. She's my guest here on the World Cafe. So that song features The Weeknd. You've got some really wonderful cameos on the A$AP Rocky, Sean Lennon, Playboy Cardi.
Yes.
And I want to talk about Stevie Nicks.
Yes.
So she sings on Beautiful People, Beautiful Problems.
Yeah.
There's such a great interplay between your two voices, like the fact that you open the song and then she comes in. You can really hear like the saltiness in her voice in a different way, I think.
I know.
In the juxtaposition of it.
Yeah.
And you had her raw. You're really involved in mastering your own music, I know, too, and mixing it. And so you have your hands on her raw vocals.
Yes.
What's that like?
That was actually nerve-wracking. I called her more than once about that to keep on checking if she was sure she liked her take. And she was so easy. I mean, she was happy with everything.
Huh.
She really liked that song. And actually, funny enough, I had wanted her to open the song because, you know, she's Stevie. But she didn't want to. She wanted to take the second verse and step into it. So, yeah, she was full of surprises. She gave me a little gold and diamond H because she always joked about how when I got older, I would live in the H and she would live in the W of the Hollywood side. Turn it into a little
so
A-frame
cool.
house. I was like, really? Let's do it.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Let's listen to a piece of the song that you did together. This is
Stevie
Beautiful
Nicks
People,
is
Beautiful
such
Problems.
an interesting person.
Beautiful problems, God knows we got them.
Just being unapologetic, totally.
Every day and night.
I totally agree with that, Chloe. Lana really opened the door for other female artists to talk about certain topics. Yeah. She does seem like, and I feel like she got shit on for it, right? She got a lot of flack for it, it seems like, especially on those first few albums. But yeah, it does really feel like she paved the way, doesn't it? Because, yeah, but even now, I feel like she still talks about things that even a lot of female artists now would never talk about. Yeah, she's great. She's not afraid to do what she wants, even if it's not what the general public wants. I love that about her. Yeah, I love that about her. I do think, guys, just on the stream, I think you guys are a few minutes behind me, so I do apologize for that. I'm gonna try to lower the bit rate for the next live and see if that helps, because for a while, yeah, you're about maybe 3 minutes behind me. So I'm seeing your chats come in, and I'm seeing you answer my questions maybe about 3 minutes after I've said it live here. Which sucks. It kind of makes me feel a little bit alone, to be honest. Even though I know you guys are here, I'm just in the future I'm in the future 3 minutes. One day I'll get it right. One day I will get it right. I feel like we were doing really well for a while there. What time is it? It's an hour. So I feel like for about half an hour, things were going really well for the stream. For me, anyway, on my end. And then now it's decided to crap out a little bit. Oh, it's so annoying. I'm not great with technology. I did try to watch some YouTube videos to try to figure it out, and there are other things I can try, which I will, but I'm sorry. I'm not great at this. Oh, it kind of sucks. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep going. But yeah, just know that you are a little bit behind, and I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that.
Blue is the color of the shirt of the man I love.
That's a bit of Beautiful People, Beautiful Problems. Stevie Nicks appearing on Lana Del Rey's latest record called Lust for Life. When you first met her in the studio, what was going through your mind?
Well, at first I FaceTimed her. And I just asked her if she wanted to do it. And I just thought it was probably 50-50. Like, she could say no. And she just said she had already heard it, and it was a definite yes. But that she had been touring she had done something like 100 and something shows, and that she was not feeling well. So she wanted to stay in New York. Because I do day on, day off, day on, day off. But they just do, like, days on. So Rick actually flew to Electric Lady Studios.
Rick is your producer.
Will you ever listen to Demi Lovato's albums? I promise you her music is so good and inspiring. She literally saved my life. So if you ever started listening to her albums, I'm sure you'd like them. Hi Mo, by the way. Hello. It's not on my list, to be honest. I've got quite a long list. It's not something that really sounds exciting to me, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. That's not to say that I wouldn't like it, and I'm certainly open to hearing stuff, but it's not on my list of things that I'm really excited about. Your best bet would be to join, Patreon tier 2 or tier 3, and that is your best bet to get me to react to that, to be completely honest with you, because it's not something that I've got so much that I'm so excited to dive into, and that's not really one of them, to be honest. Do you know that in Get Free she's referring... I didn't know that, when I was listening to it. Obviously, when I listened to that line, it really spoke to me personally, and I took it personally for myself, which was beautiful, and that's okay, because that's what music and art can do. It's okay if you take something for yourself. That's what I think art is for. But no, I didn't know at the time, but definitely people in the comments on YouTube let me know. So I do know now, but that song I just took more personally for myself, if we're being honest, and I think that's okay. I have so many artists I want you to react to, but I don't want to overwhelm you because you already have. Totally. I appreciate that, Mimi. I do. I have so many artists and I cannot get through them. I can't get through the damn editing on YouTube. It's so hard. I'm doing Lady Gaga too, and I reacted to it. It's been on Patreon for over a month, the first Lady Gaga album, and I just haven't been able to edit it. So, it's so hard. I'm finding it so hard to keep up. She brought Stevie into the track. The demo was really dark and conveyed a whole opposite meaning. I'm excited to hear that. Your hair is literally perfect now? Thank you. Oh my god. I don't know if it's perfect, but thank you. Fun fact, I cut my own bangs. Fun fact. So I'm glad you think it looks decent. I just can't afford to go to a freaking hairdresser every 3 weeks to cut my bangs, so... How's it going? Chanel loves you. How's it going? Ooh, my stream says it's excellent now. So hopefully you guys start catching up. I don't know how that works with the lag, but...
Sorry, yeah. And he started recording her first there and kind of Skyped me in. Mm-hmm. And then he flew back the next day, and then Stevie got done with her tour the next week and came in, and I think she re-sang almost everything in our studio in Santa Monica. So she was amazing. She kind of flew in all in black with gold accents everywhere. Her hair was gold, her glasses were gold.
That sounds like a dream come
gold
true.
Rings on every finger, and I was in my flannel and sweatpants because I was exhausted at the end of our recording process, and I was like, oh my god, why did I not dress up for Stevie Nicks? That's what I remember. And then
That's so cool.
I remember so many different things about that.
I would think that would be me too.
Session. I was way more. She wanted me to go in and do something at the end, a little ooh thing, a little tag. And I got on the microphone and I had red light fever because she was watching me. And I did it and I said, that was bad. My voice was breaking. And she's like, I like that it was breaking. I'm gonna try and do it like you now. And I was like, all right, But yeah. It was just great to be in the same room.
It sounds like she was so supportive, so
that sounds like
into
such
what you were doing.
She's one of the first women I've met who, Courtney Love is like that. She just, everything I do, she's just like, that's great. It's interesting. It's not always the people that you think. A lot of the times, it's the tough girls who actually, are real, girls.
You and Stevie Nicks have called each other Witchy sisters. What does that mean?
I think it means having like a bit of a mystical side, you know, having a perspective musically where you take everything into account, not just like your interactions, but like you can read between the lines of when you meet people, how they're feeling, how you're feeling. And I think it's being able to sort of pick up on things like that sixth sense kind of thing that can help really, like Jeff Buckley was a little like that, I think.
I do agree with you, Claudia, that she has a phenomenal voice. I definitely agree that she has an absolutely phenomenal voice. For some reason, I just haven't been attracted to her music. I don't know what it is, but yeah, maybe if I gave it a chance, maybe I would love it. Like I said, I think you guys have seen that. Like, I'm pretty open to most things. It's just, unfortunately, I can't make any promises. I still want to do your 1975 stuff, Claudia, to be honest. I want to, I mean, I don't know if I want to deep dive, but I want to hear some of it, because I've never heard, I don't think I've heard one 1975 song in my entire life. So maybe I should just make like a separate YouTube video of like a Swifties guide to the 1975. Like, if I was able to get a list of like some songs to listen to give me more context, maybe perhaps into that whole dumpster fire from his perspective. Does that, like, that would be a cool video to do. I don't know. But I don't know what those songs would be, so I would need to be given it. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Claudia. It is my own special cutting my own bangs. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to have bangs if I couldn't cut them myself, because I mean, my hair grows so freaking fast. I would have to do it literally every 3 weeks probably. She makes me cry every time I hear it. It's so beautiful and so perfect. And I think that's what I said when I reacted, was I just love both of these women so much. Like, I just love these two women so much.
I kind of think it's just about having a real sensitivity.
Yeah.
Yeah, having a lot of feelers out there and being able to pick it all.
Oh, that makes me feel good, Jamie. Thank you. You feel like you're hearing... Yeah, okay. So so you can probably tell if the comments are coming up and then I'm responding to them. That's great. That's wonderful. Maybe it's because you're in the same country as me. Maybe it's like... I don't know. I don't know, but I feel like I'll say something or I'll ask a question, and then for me, at least on my side, it's like I don't get the answer for maybe 3 or 4 minutes, which I don't think it takes 3 or 4 minutes to type out a message. So I just think if there's like a slight lag. Lana being in sweatpants to record with Stevie is so iconic, and so it is, and it's iconic of her to be like, what the hell have I done? Why did I do this? Like, that, I feel like that's something that I would do as well, because I'm kind of a, I don't know, like, I love, and I feel like Lana's like that, like, she obviously loves to get dressed up and be glamorous and, you know, have that side of her. She obviously has that, but you know, she's also a person that just wants to be in freaking sweatpants sometimes too. So that's pretty cool. And if that's what she usually goes to record in, that's so real, right? It's like, why would you get dressed up? But then when you think about it after, you're like, but it's Stevie Nicks. Why didn't I dress up? Why didn't I wear an amazing black outfit with gold rings? Like, I could have been Lana Del Rey, you know, for her. But I don't know. I don't think Stevie would give a shit, personally. I'm sure she was just like, okay.
Up in the atmosphere.
Lana Del Rey is my guest here on the World Cafe. Her latest record is called Lust for Life. There's a lot of energy that floats around you being a famous person as you are.
Yes, there is.
A very famous person. And sometimes, I mean, when I was getting ready to talk to you, just sort of doing the trolling that you do and seeing, seeing some of the videos and things that you put up with where you're walking through an airport and there's flashbulbs going off everywhere and your life is basically happening in like a strobe light disco.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about the song 13 Beaches, which I think captures that, right? Tell me a little bit about the inception of this song.
So I love this song on my last record.
So I was down in the right.
I mean, gosh, call it luxury problems, but it's about passing every beach from Santa Monica until you get to Ventura, 13 beaches, that's where the paparazzi stop. And so it's about finding that place where you can just be quiet. And there's
that makes me feel so validated that I guess I got that. I got the song. I understood it. Yay. I'm all for you just doing girls for now. Yeah, I have just been doing girls, haven't I? I do need to get into other, I was thinking, because I haven't been doing a lot of like R&B stuff or like rap stuff as well. I've kind of like, because it's like, it's almost like a rabbit hole where it's like you do Lana Del Rey and then a lot of her fans will be like, well, do Ethel Cain, or they'll put me on the like Aurora, like not similar but kind of similar, like similar fan bases. So it's like I've only been sticking to a very like kind of niche, I don't know, niche girls, but then also just doing pop girls as well. But yeah, I was thinking I want to do some like SZA, and I haven't heard anything from Doechii, but I have heard that Doechii is very good. So there's some other kind of niche genres that I want to get into that I know is very different than this. So I don't even know how it would do on my channel, but I have good. Oh, you think we're all in real time? Okay, that's good. I think there was I think you might be right now. I think there was a time where it did feel like it was lagging. The chat was lagging for me, so that feels good to hear that. Thank you. You're of course all for it. I'm all for giving you a recommendation. I don't think Maddie is gonna write his side of things, to be honest. Well, I've heard some people say they're already. I don't think his side of the like chaos of this 2003 summer, where they had their little whatever the heck it was. I agree. I don't think he'll write about that, but I've heard that because they've kind of been on off, they've had like this weird, or it seems like it based on her music, based on what I've gathered from her music, it feels like since 2014, they've kind of at least just been talking and like having little, but it never really happened, and like just, I don't know. I feel like since 2014 up until 2023, there might be songs in his stuff that he's written that is about her, but it's probably very not obviously about her. So I don't know. It would be hard, but I do think that there are some Swifties that are both Swifties and 1975 fans that have kind of been able to, again, of course we don't know for sure, none of these things, even with Lana, like unless they're saying yes for real, but I don't think, Taylor never does, and neither does, I don't think, the 1975 Matt Healy, so we'll never really know, but there are some songs, I think, that are speculated to be about her, but again, we'll never know. This seems like Lana's Norton interlude, time present, time past. Yes, totally. What was it that I can't remember. In my reaction to Lust for Life, I brought up that interlude. I did. I brought up that interlude. What made me think of that interlude? Do you guys remember? Something in that record made me think of that interlude. I don't know. I can't remember now. And I'm not about to go watch my freaking 4-hour freaking reaction. That's too long. You guys are my heroes for even watching that, to be honest. Like, that's a long reaction to watch. Has actually a podcast interview with Maddie Healy, which is, ooh, that would be interesting. Sorry, that got me very excited, Claudia. That got me very excited. Lana's go-to style is white t-shirt and blue jeans. It's great. It's great. Didn't Maddie date Taylor Swift and treated her... I mean, we don't know, right? We don't know because we're not actually in these people's lives, but based on some of the songs that are speculated to be about Maddie Healy, it does seem like he maybe wasn't the best to her. And that maybe she thought it was more than it was, which is sad. But I don't know. I also love 13 Beaches. It's so good.
There's so many layers to the song for me. Like, this idea of dripping peaches kind of reminded me of a Dali painting, and I'd have to sort of sing it to make it make sense.
Well, you can if you want to. We'll play it in a minute, if it helps you.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. Would you say that the opening line of this song I really love, and it hit me like really hard, would you just say the lyrics, the opening lyrics of the song?
Yeah. It took 13 beaches. I do actually have to sing it, I think.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
It took 13 beaches to find one empty, but finally it's mine. With dripping beaches, I'm camera ready almost all the time.
She's angelic.
Yeah. Thank you.
I did actually have to sing it to remember it.
That's beautiful, but it's so, and anybody who can't relate to the...
Right. It's a unique sentiment.
Yeah. Oh, but what
and Taylor didn't enjoy the experience much from what we know, but I am the 1975 for like 10 years, so I don't want to get into my personal opinion. I totally get that. And you don't have to. And like I said, for me, I don't know if you can tell this, but sometimes when you guys bring up like what about certain, if Lana, even with Lana, like in what we're doing right now, to kind of stay on topic here, a lot of times I don't really care to hear about the specific people that she's writing about. And I'm kind of like that with Taylor. I know we're bombarded with this kind of, I don't know, and Taylor's pretty open. I mean, she doesn't ever say exactly who it is about, but, there's always clues. And it is a little bit more open, I think. And so you're kind of forced into it a little bit. But to be honest, for me and music, I don't really care about the actual, like, this is definitely about this person. This is definitely about this person. Like, it doesn't really... it's not that exciting for me. So even, like, there are certain songs that are about this person that I don't even know who this person is. On this Lana record, I don't even know how to say his name. Is it like G-Eazy or Jeezy? I don't know. I literally don't know this person, and I don't care about this person. So, I care that he made her feel this way, and that makes me angry, but you know what I mean? Like, I just care about the music. It's not, even with Taylor, I don't get too far into the actual personal lives of real people. Because I like to relate to the music, how it makes sense in my life, which is why, like, when I'm doing a reaction, a lot of times you guys, oh, this is about this person, this is about this person. I'm like, well, this is what it makes me feel like. This is how I relate to it as a person, that's how I kind of do my reactions. That's how I listen to music. So that's kind of how I feel about that. So I totally get it. and you don't have to. That was a long answer to that, sorry. SZA is great, very good songwriter. I haven't gotten into Doechii yet, but I saw her live performance and she seems good. Yeah. Cool. I think so. It's on the horizon because I feel like I've really gotten myself stuck in a very specific niche, which I love, but also me as a person, I love all different kinds of music and all different genres, and so I want to include all of them, to be honest. Yeah. It's such a good song and weirdly very relatable if you're someone who gets anxious among people and like to be in nature. Yeah, totally. That's why, like, when I listened to that, I was like, oh my god. And what is it 13 Beaches where she talks about, I don't even think it is. I think she just continues with is it 13 Beaches? I can't remember. There's a time where she talks about, what does she say? God, I need to listen to the record again. Because they're all getting me confused again. But there was a time where I started bawling listening to it in the first reaction, I know. Because I was like, oh, that's me. When she's like she was talking about being in nature or something. Was that 13 Beaches? Or I feel like that was later in the record. I don't know. But similar idea.
Took it as a really universal sentiment.
You did?
Yeah, for sure. Especially, I don't belong in the world. Something separates me from other people. Like, you don't have to be a famous person to feel the isolation of looking through many different places to find a place that feels like it's yours.
That's true.
I was wondering if it was entirely about fame or if it was also sort of about finding your place or feeling like outside of something.
Well, my intention with that song was literally finding one quiet physical place to spread out on, like, and just be without anybody looking at me, especially on a beach when I'm in a bathing suit. But for me, it was kind of about doing whatever it takes to find that quiet place, no matter how far you have to drive. Because I know for me, my songs really do come to me when I'm, like in nature and usually by myself, at least the beginning of them. So for me, it was sort of like another commitment to finding that place where I can be creative.
Can you remember the first?
I've thought about that sometimes because I'm a hiker. I'm a big hiker and I love nature. And I've thought about that sometimes because I also, in my 20s, I wanted to be like an actress, and obviously with success. I was thinking about that, like, that obviously didn't happen for me, which is fine. But if that did happen for me and I say I was famous, that would be very hard for me to not be able to have that alone time with myself in nature, because even you would have to bring bodyguards and you just would never really be alone, and I like being alone. I'm a hermit, so I think I would find it very hard to be famous. So I don't think it was ever in the cards for me, which I'm kind of grateful for at this point, to be honest. The 1975 doesn't have a lot of pure love songs, and the ones that are there aren't that specific. I know some songs that were speculated to be about FKA Twigs or his 4-year-long relationship that now people are trying to change their mind on, but we don't have much proof, so... Oh, totally. Yeah, I don't know anything about it, so yeah, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I do kind of want to explore, their music, just because I know that it's probably something I would like. So Lana Snell, hey, how's it going? Don't be sorry. We're only halfway through this one interview, the first one. Personally, I think I got that. I don't know if I read it right, but I think I understood. No worries. No worries.
It's time that you would have found a place by yourself, like when you were a teenager or when you were starting out songwriting, like the first place that you were like, oh, this is a me space that I can be creative in the way that I need to be?
I do, and I actually incorporated the word into this particular song, funny enough. I'm from the North Country, up in Lake Placid, and so for me, my mother was always telling me, like, I could never come home after school. I was always like, stay outside until it's dark. So For me, it was in the pines, in the pine trees. You know, we were in the, they call it the 46ers. Our town was surrounded by 46.
So it is 13
some of the tallest peaks in the nation. And so just go to the mountains and climb trees. And so for me, it was a lot of like stargazing, lying on trees.
No, you're not. I love just chatting with you. That's why I'm doing this live, right? If I wanted to get like right to the point and do it quickly, I wouldn't do it in a live, right? Because if I was just recording and listening to this and recording myself, obviously I wouldn't yap. We wouldn't go on these different side quests and things like that. But I love it. This is a little more open, so don't even worry about it. And breakup songs, there is more lore than with Lana. I'm kind of... Both fandoms and Swifties go more crazy about who the song really is about. And yeah, I'm not one of those Swifties. Like, I hear it because I do watch some Lana or some Taylor Swift content, like from other content creators that do kind of get into it. So I definitely know most of like the speculations, but me personally, when I'm listening to the record, I'm not like super invested in who this is about. I just want to get, because like, yeah, I just want to get to the feelings. Like, what are we talking about? What's the feeling that we're talking about? How does it relate? How can I relate as a fellow human being, as a fellow woman? And that's kind of what I care about when it comes to that kind of stuff.
It was kind of picturesque in that way. So that's why I actually took a little liberty in that song that we're talking about, 13 Beaches, in the second verse where I say, but you still can find me if you ask nicely.
Yes,
underneath the pines with the daisies feeling hazy in the ballroom of my mind.
I love
but there's no pines on the beach. It's actually Monterey cypress. But I added pines because it reminded me of the first time that I needed to find that quiet place. And I'm very dorky in that way. I'm a big like tree lover. So who knew?
This is wild. See, anybody that's on here that's on Patreon that has seen my ramble about nature and how much I love nature, and I talked about that for a long time watching the Love music video, you guys will be like, see? But it's wild to me to have already reacted, and like I said, unfortunately I wasn't able to get that out before I did this. But you'll see tomorrow, and that was done a week ago. You'll see, and it's just so cool to listen to her, and yeah, that's why I connected so much. I'm also a nature dork. Like she says, I didn't know that she was a nature dork. Obviously, hearing that lyric kind of made me wonder if she was, because that's how I feel. But when I listened to that, I was like, that's me. I relate to that. That's so cool. Oh, yay.
Trees were such an inspiration.
Well, let's listen to that part of the song then.
I mean, you'll see. You'll see tomorrow when I'm manifesting that I do get it out tomorrow, because I really want to do it. But you'll see tomorrow that I will literally go on a rant about how everyone should just hug trees. And if you haven't hugged a tree, you should hug a tree. Like, it's, yeah. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Camilo. I wish, yeah, it's also the fact that Taylor is more public with her. She is. She definitely is. I mean, there's not much that she can do not to be, just because Taylor is, like, on a different level than really anybody, fame-wise. She's on this, I don't know. Yeah, I can't imagine, but yeah. The fans don't know enough details, but she can get very specific as well. Yeah, but it's still all speculation for sure. It's true. People, although I think people were super, I mean, Taylor, when she came out with the Fearless record, like, she kind of did it to herself, or at least she started that. I think it's become a monster that she can't even reel in anymore. But I will say that when she came out with Fearless, and she wrote the song Forever and Always, and, you know, she literally said it's about a boy who broke up with me on a 30-second phone call, and then she had dolls of like Taylor Swift doll and Joe Jonas doll, and she did this funny like thing where they were talking to each other. Like, she basically said that it was about Joe Jonas and him breaking up with her on a 30-second phone call, or 13-second. It would be hilarious if it was, I can't remember. Anyways, whatever it was. So she kind of started that back in, like, you know, when she was younger. But again, she was younger. She was a teenager. You can't blame her, right? Like, we're all a little weird like that. But now it's just went even farther than she could have even imagined. Like, it's snowballed almost. And yeah, I don't know, it's interesting. I think I could talk for hours about just that whole thing is so crazy. Hey, how's it going? Oh, you came back. Welcome back. Yeah, we're still here. We're only 17 minutes in.
This is a bit of 13 Beaches.
Gotta keep going.
Past Ventura and lands is plenty in the white sunshine, but you still can find me if you ask nicely.
I love this part. This is my favorite part of the song.
With the daisy.
That's some 13 Beaches, Lana Del Rey, off her latest record called Lust for Life.
Trees. So thrilling.
Here are some of them now.
For all of you botanists out there.
But there is something to be said for, especially when you live the kind of life that you live with people being bonkers. I read that you had people break into your house. Mm-hmm. That's got to be the most terrifying thing
This is wild.
in the world.
It's been a lot. Yeah.
So, first of all, what are people looking for in your personal space like that?
It's been different every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that's scary.
It's been different every time. But, you know, this is not every artist's, like, reality. It really isn't. I have a bunch of, like, girlfriends and, like, a couple rappers I'm close with in music, and they're kind of like, they're just like, what happened week, you know?
That's
it's just
wild.
this.
What is it about Lana?
It's just this thing.
It's so weird, though, and it feels like it's very particular to you, because there are lots of people who manage to go through
Yeah.
a career and not have that.
Absolutely. In fact, when I played for Eddie Vedder at his Ohana Fest, he actually came up to me and he was like, how you doing? And I was like, yeah, pretty good. He was like, I bet it is pretty crazy for you. And I was like, you know what? It's been a lot. And he was like, he recounted a couple of stories, told me about a few times he had to move. And he said, you know, it's not everybody, and it doesn't really mean that you're like better or worse than any other artist. It's just a particular type of, I don't want to say an audience. I think it's just, it really could be like a combination of timing and genre and just personality. I don't know.
Yeah, and it also, I think that the
so
kind
sad
of
for
music,
her
I
that
guess
she
I could
has
see a
to deal
similarity
with
with
that.
Eddie Vedder too, like where people really feel like they know you, or like you owe them something that is personal, and so feel like entitled to be in your space. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the way I've come to see it over the last 7 years is like, I think they're just the people who are interested are very interested, and they would love to just be in the house, you know? It's not like they take anything. It's just like they love to just see what's on the wall.
Like, you're freaking me out.
Yeah.
I am super excited and would love to see what's on our walls, but how do you get to the point where you actually make that choice, though? Because, like, I get the fans that are so excited about that, but how do you actually get to the point where you're like, well, I don't get to do that, though, because that's insane, and she's a real human being. Like, how do you get to that point where you're like, this is a good idea, I'm gonna go and invade this person's space? I don't understand how you get to that. Like I said, I get it, because it's like, yeah, of course I'd love to go to her house and see what's on her walls, but like, you do it, you don't make that choice, because that's that's the choice. You just don't make that choice because she's a real human being, you know? Why would you do that? You love how you were gone for half an hour and still in the same interview. I know. We always take so long for this. I'm sorry. We're going to keep going. We're almost done.
I can laugh now, which is so good. It took me a minute because it's been a bit of an ongoing, thing. But, I just really have come to terms with the fact that I'm just in such a unique situation, and I just have to step up my game when it comes to like my perspective on it. I need a lot of help. I call a lot of people, especially when stuff goes down. I'm like, this happened today. It was crazy.
Who's your go-to person?
Who I am very good friends with actually is one of my best friends is Father John Misty's wife, Emma Tillman.
Whoa.
She's my go-to.
She seems like
not
the coolest
Father
being.
John Misty.
Yeah. We're not calling Josh.
No offense, Josh. No, I'm just kidding. But Emma, she's like very balanced, and she's a photographer and a director in her own right, but like in a way that's we have a similar we have a more grounded. Well, it'd be weird to call my perspective grounded. Mine starts that way, but I have a real like kinship with her. My sister, Chuck, I can call.
That's beautiful. And I do get what she says, like it would be weird to call my perspective grounded just because of who she is, just sheer by how big her life has become. It's very hard to become grounded, but I would say out of all the artists that are like, similar level or bigger levels of fame, she's definitely, in my opinion, the most grounded. She seems, again, how I'm perceiving her. So, but that's really cool that she seems to really value that quality in the people that she has in her life, for them to be balanced and grounded. And I think being kind of conscious of that and like choosing the people that you have around you with those qualities, I think that would also help her also be grounded as she possibly can, right?
Paul, Stella, my friend Stella. So yeah, those are all people I can call. And I mean, I could call Abel, I think, and tell him.
The Weeknd.
Yeah, The Weeknd. I could call him, or I would call Courtney.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's another person who's like, I mean, anything you can picture happening, it's happened to her, obviously.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the best advice that you get about moving through that or making it okay? Like, can somebody say something?
Well, someone like Courtney, like, just doesn't care.
Yeah.
She's just like, screw it. No. But my best advice would just be like, the easiest thing you could let happen would be to let your world get smaller, or like get that house on top of a mountain, but really what you have to do is ground everything and like just say screw it, get the house in the middle of the town, just be like, all right, we're here doing this. And so everybody knows.
Wow.
And you just...
I love hearing her thoughts on this kind of
just
stuff.
Kind of like everybody else, except that everyone knows who you are at the coffee shop.
Lana Del Rey is my guest here on the World Cafe. Her latest record is called Lust for Life. I read a tweet that you sent around...
Did she actually, Mimi? That's so cool! I'm gonna have to get out my photos of... Actually, let's do a side quest, guys. Let's do it. I definitely have on my Instagram, I know I have a picture of me. Oh, this is the wrong Instagram account. This is my business account. Hold on. I think I can switch accounts though, can't I? Let me just go to this for now. Let's see if I can find the right account here. Why isn't it loading? Hello? Can you load, please? I don't know why Instagram is not loading for me on here. Let's see if I can just put in passion me a second. Give me a second. I'll see if I can find this. Sorry for my dogs barking in the back. They want pictures of me. Yeah! Oh my god, I really want to find this, but for some reason it's not loading. Maybe it's because I have a million windows open and my internet is crapping out. I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna try because I wanna show you guys. Your house is full of trees, orange trees, lemon trees. Oh my god, it probably smells so good. Tangerines, pears, grapes. That sounds absolutely freaking glorious. I don't know why things aren't loading for me. It's probably, you know, whatever, the internet is taking up all my bandwidth to like play these videos and shit. And then it's like not even... It does sound so lovely. Personally, so I never knew that, but she was young, so I do understand her being petty. Yeah. She was definitely petty back then. And I think a lot of people connected with her back then, because she wasn't like super famous back in Fearless. That's when she was like just starting to. And that's why a lot of us connected to her, because we were like, get him, you know? Give me 1 second. It's almost loading. It's just taking forever to load. What I might do, actually, I might just put on some music, and I actually have to take a quick pee break anyway. So let's do that, and I'll see if it will actually load. I can show you my tree photos, because I really wanted to show you guys. Okay, so give me like not very long, 3 minutes, and then I'll be right back, okay? I'm sorry, even my music wasn't even loading properly, so I apologize for that. Oh, sorry, my blanket is getting caught under my chair. Here we go. Sorry. Let me get set up here again. Okay. Somewhere on here, hopefully it loads. Oh, it literally didn't even load everything. Those are my cute dogs. Yeah, for some reason my internet, you can see how crappy my internet's like not even loading. I think because I'm trying to stream, right? Well, I guess we move on and hopefully it loads my tree hugging picture by then. Oh, come on, internet. I just want to share my tree hugging picture with you. We're surrounded by pines, mountains, and beach. It's beautiful. It sounds absolutely amazing. Okay. I tried. I don't know. Hopefully this loads by the time... I don't know. Is it still loading stuff? Oh, it is. It'll be... I don't know where it'll be. Down here somewhere. It was in my Quebec trip. I don't... Somewhere. I don't know. We'll try. We'll try to see. I don't know. I tried. Let's keep going. And it'll load. It'll load. I will give you proof of my tree hugging.
Around the Women's March that happened just this year, so the 1-year anniversary, I guess, of the inaugural Women's March on Washington, that you had dropped your sister off, but didn't feel like you could go because it would be a distraction maybe to the women who you were bringing there who wanted to be there. Yeah. I would think that that's incredibly disappointing.
I was a little disappointed in myself for that. That was last year's Women's March. I dropped my sister off and I started it. But it quickly became distracting with the younger girls marching. It sort of became like a little yarn ball around me. I thought, it's not about me. It's not about a famous person marching today. So I got back in our van and I waited. But again, I will say sometimes it is a little different when I'm around, the energy changes. But that being said, I would say there's a time and a place for everything, and there's no reason why next year I couldn't be right in the middle and feel comfortable. But it really just depends on the moment. You can tell right away whether something's going to work or not. Like,
hey, Fruity Bobs.
That day
How's
it
it
didn't
going?
work.
Yeah,
how are you doing?
But it's generous to not want it to be about you, like to want people to have their experience.
I love this, what she's talking about. And I love that she has the sense to kind of be like, you know what, like, this isn't about me. Although it's very inspiring also to see a celebrity to kind of like get down and walk with everybody and to really care about a cause. It's also very positive in that way, but also she didn't want it to be like the Lana Del Rey show, right? And that's really beautiful.
Experience that isn't distracted by...
No, yeah. It wouldn't have gelled well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the last year, a good handful of women who make music have sat here with me, and we've talked about, and it's been such an interesting year to talk about what this all means. And we had First Aid Kit and Tori Amos recently, and when St. Vincent was right there, we were talking about the sort of latex costume that she wears on stage, where she looks like Wonder Woman, Catwoman.
I've seen that. I've seen her in that.
It's incredible, and we were talking about it, and she said that it makes her feel incredibly powerful. And then she said, this is a quote, "This is what feminism is getting to decide what power looks like for you."
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Well, it reminded me of your attitude, or at least what I've heard in your music, which is sort of unabashed saying what you need to say. And I think that that's a very powerful thing, and I think that's the point.
I would say with my stuff, in a way I did what I had to do in terms of like chronicling my own stories. I wasn't happy with how a lot of my own story went up until recently, so I didn't always like the way I was putting things, but it was just the way it was, So I don't know if that's feminism, but it is.
This is what I love about her. And I do think it's, people they're so critical and like, oh, that's not fair. No, it is. She's a woman and she's telling us her story. Like, I don't know. People that criticize that, like, no, shut up. She's just being authentic. And, you know, she is able to look back at her story and be like, you know what, maybe I would have liked it to go a little bit differently, but that's what you do. That's how you grow. That's how you become a better person. And a more evolved person. And I think she is such an inspiration for that. I don't know.
What it was. I think for me, one of the issues I had over the last 10 years was there weren't that many options to be super vocal and powerful without a lot of backlash and repercussions. That was in my own personal life. I felt it was a very male-dominated environment at certain times. But I do feel that's why I think this whole movement is so important, because like the people who don't get the Me Too movement are just, I don't get them. I don't get those people. It's like, have you not been like, do you not get how hard it is sometimes just to sort of me?
Lana Del Rey is my guest here on the World Cafe. Her latest record is called Lust for Life. I wanted to ask you about the song For Life. I wanted to ask you about the song Ultraviolence, the title track from 2014.
Yeah.
And the lyric, he hit me and it felt like a kiss.
Yeah.
Which in 2014 might have felt like a really different thing to sing than it is now. And first I want to say that what I really appreciate about that and about the movement in general right now is that a lot of behaviors or things that are normalized,
right,
women are realizing are not normal.
I would totally agree with that. And
so I noticed that the song hasn't shown up on a lot of set lists recently, but you played it. We're recording this the day after your show in Philly, and you played it last night. What made you want to sing it last night?
I usually bring it back every third show. That's the part of my show where I switch it up with one of 5 songs. Actually, it's usually just about whether I can hit some of the notes. It's kind of as simple as that. Or if I want to sing the line. Sometimes I don't.
What does it feel like to sing it or to hear it sung back to you? Like, does it feel different than it used to?
Yeah. Now?
Yeah.
I don't like singing
so
it.
Interesting.
What I appreciate about it is that it's an artifact of something that might have made sense at a time. An artifact of something that might have made sense at a time.
I'll say.
Yeah. Does it take you back to something in your own memory, or where did you see that? Like, did you see that modeled somewhere?
It takes me back to a general perspective on, I guess,
to think that Lana went to the woods in California after Coachella in April, and that's where Coachella Woodstock and Online Chorus came to. I didn't know that. That's really cool. She draws a lot of inspiration while in nature. That's so cool to know. So true about Coachella. It's such a deep existential song too, and feels so right to contemplate in nature. Totally. That's so cool. I love what she's saying right now too. This is fascinating. That's why I'm not really saying much, because first of all, the interviewer, I think, is doing a really good job asking very interesting, deep questions, and then Lana her answers are amazing. I don't really need to expand on it, or I don't know. So I'm just sitting here and we're just enjoying listening to it together, but there's not much for me to react to as far, like, I'm enthralled by her, really.
I guess I would say I didn't have a great reference for and that I kind of realized that was going to have to start with me just imagining what that would be like, and then meeting other people who had relationships like that. So I had to grow a lot for that, not to feel like a comfortable song to sing. But luckily,
There's
done
Pearl.
that.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Pearl is
Let's hear a
always the
little bit of
one
it.
whining.
I was filled with poison, but blessed with beauty
Such a
and
good
rage. Jen told me that
Oh, here we go.
it hit me and it felt
quest again here. Let me show you the picture that's taken forever for me to load. Here we go. Here is Val hugging a tree. See? Documented. I'm not lying. I am the tree hugger. See? Oh, there's 2 pictures? Oh, there's another one. There's 2 pictures of me hugging a tree. There you go. Oh, I love trees so much. See, I wasn't lying. That took way too long to find that picture, but anyways, I'm glad that I've done it now because I wanted to. I wanted to show you guys my tree hugging pictures. Anyways, that's it.
That's some Ultraviolence, Lana Del Rey. She's my guest here on the World Cafe.
Really
That's the title
cool.
track from her 2014.
It's really cool to hear her talk about Ultraviolence now in retrospect. This is really freaking interesting to listen to.
Record. Her latest is called Lust for Life. There's a huge difference between condoning something and reflecting something, which is why I think it was important to talk about Ultraviolence. Like, there's a very big difference between...
I agree.
But yeah, and I wouldn't want... So
I agree. I think that's why I was upset with, like, I had a really tough interview with Rolling Stone that year where they were, like, hammering me on that song. And I was like, look, you want me on the cover or not? Like, it's just, you heard it already. You heard all the music already. So, you know, hey, I mean, I have to own my part in all of it, and it's like I'm the one who wrote it, so I've got to answer the tough questions about it.
Right.
But I definitely felt like, you know, when it came to like that song in particular, or like I had a really tough interview with the Fader magazine that same year where this guy was hammering me on feminism and the word, and you know, like I knew he wanted me to say like I'm not a feminist. He was just like jabbing away at it. And
That's so annoying.
what I wanted to say is like, this is just my experience in my own relationships
She's
this
an
far.
artist.
It's not going to be
Just
my full
expressing
story,
her
but
experience.
I mean, that's why, you know, I've been polarizing, because people don't want to look at the broader picture sometimes. They want to just stick to the facts. But that's been a really good lesson for me, because I think when I was younger, I thought, you know, I'm not going to edit my own music. This is just what came out. And now I'm like, what the hell am I doing? I'm not going to say that. I'm going to edit that, you know, like.
For the protection of you or for people who are hearing it? Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's not like I have to tell every particular detail. I think I was
That's
just so used to
interesting.
chronicling everything diary style, giving it to Rick Knowles and being like, here, write the music. And then that would be what we got. But yet, I learned now I can kind of edit myself.
Last time you were in Philly,
love
also you
hearing her
opened your set
process
with
like
the
that.
song
That is
Cola,
so-
has been retired. Why did you decide to retire it from live
I'm
performance?
excited to hear about this.
I mean, I didn't see a way that I could really sing that song with people thinking it was about Harvey
Harvey
Weinstein.
So, right. So there's a Harvey line reference. Harvey's in the sky with diamonds. Was it originally about Harvey Weinstein or a type, or like what did that name represent?
It was about an archetypal person. Like, well, with diamonds was like, it was like a Harry Winston reference, and Harvey was a Harvey Weinstein reference.
Yeah, we get it. It's evocative. Had you ever met him before?
Yes, I worked with him over a number of years on films.
Did you have a spidey sense?
Well, he was flirtatious, I would say.
Yeah. That's one of those things too, where when you're somebody who operates on another level or has a sixth sense about things, that sometimes.
Yeah.
Lana Del Rey is my guest here on the World Cafe. Her latest record is called Lust for Life. I want to talk about the song that ends the record. get free.
Get free.
Get free.
Yay,
This is
I'm
my
excited to hear
commitment,
about
my
this.
modern manifesto. I'm doing it for all of us who never got the chance. What never got the chance to what?
For Amy and for Whitney and all my birds of paradise who never got to fly at night because they were caught up in the dance. It's about people who don't get to reach their full potential because they let controlling people stop them from being free.
Amy Winehouse, Whitney Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's literally making me emotional. Remember I told you that line meant a lot to me. And hearing it out of her mouth, because then everyone was kind of like, well, it's about Amy and Whitney. And it is about Amy and Whitney. It is. I'm not saying that it's not, but hearing her say, yes, it's about this, but it's also just about, you know, all the people that kind of weren't able. Yeah. Anyways. That one just means everything to me because, like I said, I've had quite a I know I maybe don't look like, or maybe I do, I don't know what I look like. I feel like I look my age, but some people say I don't look like I'm almost 40, but I am almost 40. I've lived quite a life. In my 20s I was a struggling actress and I was in Toronto doing things, and I did have a lot of experiences, and I have had a lot of struggles trying to break out into the industry, and the different things that people say to you, the different things that men say to you, and so hearing her sorry, it just I know it's about Whitney and Amy, but it just feels like it's also for me, in a way, you know? I want to hear her talk about that again.
For Amy and for Whitney and all my birds of paradise who never got to fly at night because they were caught up in the dance. It's about people who don't get to reach their full potential because they let controlling people stop them from being free.
Amy Winehouse, Whitney Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it also has a line that's so evocative. I want to move out of the black and into the blue.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering what
Ooh,
the
I
black
can't wait
is
to
and what the
hear
blue is.
What she says about this.
Well, in my head, the black was negative thinking and the blue was a bit of a retreat into nature. So visually I was thinking the ocean. But also just the connotation of the words, you know. Blue, you think, for me, I think of the sky, like a new horizon, something fresher.
What's the key to getting free before we listen to the song?
I think going deeper, you know, knowing that you're your own doorway to the answers and not looking
knowing
for...
that, oh my god,
I was way more...
Knowing that you're your own doorway. I feel very strongly. That's kind of my whole, what I've discovered in my life up until this point. I didn't always do that, which is why that line really means a lot to me. But I have come to a point where I've realized that listening to my own intuition and finding the answers inside, instead of listening to what society says and, you know, listening to what everybody else around me externally is telling me to do. Yeah, I would love to just sit down and talk to Lana, because I feel like we have very similar ideas about life. This is crazy. This is beautiful.
Something fresher.
What's the key to getting free before we listen to the song?
I think going deeper, you know, knowing that you're your own doorway to the answers and not looking for answers in other people. Sort of taking the time to get to know yourself.
I love this woman so much.
Thank you for taking the time to talk to me. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you for this interview.
Got the chance for info.
Oh, I love this woman. Yes, you can definitely follow me. I think you guys are behind again, unfortunately. I think my stupid internet has lagged again, and you guys are about 5 minutes behind me again, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But it's okay. We'll keep going. We'll get there. That was beautiful, and that last 5 minutes just killed me. It just absolutely killed me. That was beautiful. I post a lot on Instagram. I think linked to my YouTube channel, so that, you know, it's public. You guys are totally welcome to follow me if you want to. You definitely don't have to. Like I said, I don't actually post that often. But sometimes I go in sprees where I start to post all the time, but for whatever reason, I just haven't really, I do it when I feel called to post stuff. If I'm like, I don't know, I'm kind of in like winter hibernation mode right now, so I don't, usually it's when I'm outside and I am going on hikes or walks with my dog, that's when I get inspired to like take pictures and post them, but I'm pretty hibernating right now. You plan to find a spot surrounded by nature and listen to her music. Ooh, that sounds amazing. It would be a dream I missed this message, Camilo, sorry, because it would be a dream to listen to many of her songs in a forest. Oh my god. That would be amazing. I want to do that. I'm just thinking, this year, this last summer, I rented an Airbnb, what is it called? Airbnb. It was like a little cabin in the woods, and I took my dogs, and it was just me and the dogs, and that was amazing. And I didn't have Lana music at the time, but that would have been so beautiful. That would have been, oh my god, Nathan! Thank you so much! Thank you so much for the two, I guess it's not dollar, £2, euro? I don't know what that thing is, but whatever it is, that is so nice. That's literally the first donation I've ever gotten on YouTube, so you're gonna make me cry. I've already cried on this live stream. I don't know if you guys have gotten there yet in the chat, but that means the world. Thank you so much. How are you doing? How are you doing? It's so nice to see you again here. And again, thank you so much. Oh man, yeah, I think I want to do that. I think I want to rent that cabin again and just listen to Lana Del Rey all weekend with my dogs. That sounds like the best. Okay, let's do this live. Were any of you guys on this live stream? Will we see your names? Maybe Dylan? Maybe we'll see Dylan? I don't know.
Hi guys. I just wanted to...
Hold on. I don't think this is as loud as it could be. Okay, there we go.
Hi to everybody, and let you know that I have a new music video out for the first single, which came early. Blaming you. Just kidding. But I'm so excited about it. We have put so much love and time and attention into it.
Oh, so
and
cool.
Rich, who directed it, is here. Rich Lee.
Hey guys.
I just wanted to...
You're coming over.
Yeah, I'm coming
Hey.
over.
Hey guys.
That's Rich.
Hope you guys liked the video. We did really put in time.
Oh,
and
this is
energy
so
into it,
cool.
hope you guys love it as much as we do.
I think you will. It has to be like
Is that a,
top
like...
up there with top two
But
favorites.
I need to see... Hold
I
on.
also Rich.
Hope you guys liked the video.
I
We
wanna
did
see-
really put a lot of love in. Hey
I
guys.
just wanted to.
Wait, ah!
Hey
I
guys.
just wanted to.
What is that in the background? Is that like, that almost looks like Frankenfurter. God, what is the actor? from Rocky Horror Picture Show, is it? Because if it is, I'm telling you, well, I mean, there's already so many things that I just love about Lana and could talk to her about, but if that just makes me love her even more. Who is that? But that looks like Frankenfurter. Oh my god, who's the actor who plays Frankenfurter in Rocky Horror Picture Show? Oh my god, he's an amazing actor. Why am I forgetting? It is an amazing profile picture. I totally agree. Lana is so down to earth, Mimi. I totally agree. Oh my god. Anyway, sorry. I'll keep going.
And time and energy into it, so.
I think you will. It has to be like top up there with top 2 favorites. I also thought that you would like to see Chuck.
Hi guys.
Oh, that's
She's
her
very
sister,
sleepy,
right?
but I made her get up just for you.
Good morning.
They're both so beautiful.
And you know who
How
else
is that fair?
Neil Crook came over to say hello.
Oh, cool.
Hi, everyone. Good morning.
Isn't he handsome?
Oh, God.
You might remember him from some amazing photos and covers that we've done. And also, my girl Stella is here. What would I do
so
without
cool.
Stella?
Good morning, everybody.
Good
I
morning.
can't wait for you to see the video.
Let's see, what are you guys saying?
Oh no. No, no. Oh, it was going so well. Maybe I can make the quality worse or something. I don't know. My internet has been crapping out. I'm so sorry, guys. It's already on like horrible quality. Well, if it's not going to let us load these things, I might
Chuck,
not
everyone's
even...
saying
here we
hi
go.
to you. I love you guys too. Stella, got a little reading. Turkey. Hi, everybody in Turkey.